Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Back again, guys, with me, Damar Susanto. So this is my second video blog, and the second video blog is about the first chapter of English in 12th grade. So in the first chapter, we'll um, talk about application letter. So here is my blog about application letter, about first chapter. And the first thing first is, what is application letter? So the application letter is a letter of application, also known as the cover letter. It's a document sent with your resume to provide additional information about your skills and experience to an employer. Then the letter of application is intended to provide detailed information on why you are qualified candidate for the job. So what is the purpose? The purpose of an application letter is to introduce yourself to a hiring manager and explain why you are interested in the position and highlight your skills and experience that makes you a good fit. It's also your chance to show your personality and enthusiasm for the job. Here's the part one, the first one of the chapter one. I will talk about two main types of the application letters. So the first one is generic application letters. It's written to be used for multiple job applications, so it can use for almost everything. And the second one is specific application letters. It's specifically for particular job. Here's the exercise about part of the letter, the structure. It's page 11 if I'm not mistaken. So here's the explanation part, the explanations, and the part of the letter. We have to analyze which part of the letter it is. So the first one, here's it is now permissible to only include your name and email address or your cell phone number. So email address, name, and your cell phone number is counted as an information, so we can put the written information here. So this is the part of written information, obviously. The second one is very important that you address your letter carefully. Obviously, again, it's the letter address for the number 2, and greeting the person name. So this is the part of the salutation part in the letter. And finally, the body of the letter. It's obviously the body of the letter, the part, one of the most important part of the letter. And the last one is the closing part. Finish your letter with an appropriate complimentary closing. Yeah, it's obviously says closing in it, so it's the letter closing. Next, the part of the chapter 1. Okay, so what is the structure of an application letter? Usually there's the header. So here you include your contact information, the date, the recipient's contact info, and many more. The second one is salutation. So this is formal greeting. For example, dear Mrs. Smith or dear hiring manager. So it's formal greeting. Third is introduction. So this where you introduce yourself and explain why you are writing the letter. The fourth one is the one of the most important one, the body of the letter. So this is the main part of the letter. You can highlight your skills and experience that are relevant to the job. You also should also explain why you are interested in the position and why you think you would be a good fit. So finally, the closing. The closing is where you thank the recipient for the time and considerations. The last one is signature. This is where your signature you follow it by your name. So the next exercise is analyze the job. Analyze the job or the profession. So here's the key skill, and you have to analyze what their job, what their profession. So the first one, self-motivated through initiative with high level energy. So you can assume he's have a high level of energy, self-motivated, and strong verbal and personal communication. So the main key is verbal and communication. So assuming he or she is a teacher. And the second one, an experienced team leader. Okay, from here is we can conclude that it's a project manager. The third one, strong what is so or the problem analysis and problem solving, organizational skill and customer service. So here they say it's customer service, so it's obviously a customer service job. And the last one, analytical thinking, planning, accuracy, attention to details. So the key skills is details, attention to details is obviously accounting provision. Next, so we have the what's this? This one of the so guys, this one of the example of application letters. Let's see. So there's a generic structure of the letter, as I said before. The heading, address, greeting, introductions, and the body and the closing, and the signature. So you have to attach here what you have to talk about on every structure of the letters. So the first one, the heading. So the heading, you have to include your name and your contact infos, and it's pretty much all. Second one, address. You have to include your address, obviously. Greeting, you have to use a formal greetings for the application letters. Greeting to the receiver, usually address to a specific person. You have to address it to a specific person with formal, of course. And introduction is introduction of yourself. So you can introduce yourself and the reason why you writer write the letter. And the body of the letter is discuss about your relevant qualification for the position. The closing is thanks to the reader and provide contact info of you. And the signature is your signature and your name. Okay, the third part. Here comes the third part. On page 37, you have to arrange the following rounded letter into a correct order. So we have here. Okay, let's see. So this is 5th North Street, San Francisco, CA. So I'm assuming this the address of the letter. This October 17, 2020, it's date of the letter. Michael Dunn is who wrote the letter. Kate West, blah blah blah. So this the letter address. Dear Mr. West, this the okay. Okay, there's some the body and also the closing, the salutation. So I will arrange this letter. Okay, let's see. So this the arranged letter. First one is Michael Dunn, his name, his address, and the letter date, and the letter address in the Comfort Transportation Company, 12 North Street, San Francisco. Dear Mr. West, also this one of the part of the body of the letter. He said he got proper driving license. He has been working as a bus driver for 10 years in Miami. He's reliable and trustworthy. So it's the body of the text. And finally, he thanked the company for considering him for the position. So he's and finally the closing part and his name. So finally there's the exercise where I have to search for a vacancy and write the application letter for it. So here's the vacancy I choose from PT W3O Indo Scientia. So they were hiring a software test engineer, and the requirement is bachelor degree from information system, computer science, or any related discipline. So they have to be fresh graduates with great communication and intermediate English skill is preferred. Understand the STLC, knowledge of SQL, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and XML. So also ability to work independently and efficient in a highly motivated team environment. And there's the responsibilities. The responsibilities of the test software products for overall ability and reliability. Create and manage test case for regression, perform manual function and performance testing of products. Create automation test scripts where necessary. So this is the vacancy. Okay, so this is the vacancy, and I wrote the application letter for the vacancy. So my name is Damarhan Susanto. So this is the part of my information, the written information. This I include here my address, my phone number, and my email. And so here is my birth date, and this is the letter address. CEO of W3O Indo Scientia. The address is this. So this only the example. Okay. So there's Mr. Reader. I wrote here, I'm interested in applying for the software engineer position recently advertised in LinkedIn. So in this case, I found the vacancy on LinkedIn. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a part of the body structure of the letters. So I wrote here the programming skill I have developed from my past work experience and educational background for support my candidacy for the announced positions. So I wrote also, as you can see, for example, I have done the internship with, for example, XYZ Corporation, and it's enable my analytic skill. It's also developing my analytic skill to deal with the new challenge they had for a software engineer position. And I include also here, if the readers want to discuss about more specific needs and abilities, they can contact me at my phone number here or my email here. So also thanking the readers for considering this position. And finally, the closing part. After that, here's my CV. So the company can see about my CV, my educational, about me, my contact, and educational history. So here's my name and my profession as a software engineer. The one of the so sorry. The first thing first is about me. I'm a software engineer with hands-on experience in a level of testing, including performance, functional integration, system, and user acceptance. So that's about me. The contact, I include here my email, the website, the phone numbers, and my address. So education history, the history of my education, where I So I include here my degree as a Bachelor of Software Engineer at 2028, the President Computer and Technology Organization in my university, the member of Student IT Help Desk. So my academy graduated class of 2028, so it's fresh. So I'm a fresh graduate that time from Indonesia University, the president and founder of Computer Club in the university, the student council president, also the bed team vice president, member of the math team also. So I included here also my work experience as a software engineer intern. Really graduates in 2017 and 2015 until present until now, direct software engineering and development. I'm also a junior engineer with really great software from 2014 and 2015. So that's all about third part, which talk about one of them is the structure. You have to arrange the structure of the letters, and the second exercise is where you have to find the vacancy on the internet or anywhere that you really wanted, and you have to write the application letters to them, and also the CV, your curriculum vitae. So the part 4, here's the exam. So I got perfect score for the exam, and finally the conclusion of this chapter. So the first chapter about application letters. Okay, the conclusion of application letter is the application letter is your last chance to make a good impression on the hiring manager. It should be brief summary of your key qualification and why you are a good fit for the job. And you also thank the hiring manager for their time and consideration. So that's all. It's all about application letter. You can check out my blog, and I will also include the video about it. And that's all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.